episode of the Full-Time Banter Show. This is part 1, the Fantasy League section.
Yes, bring it on.
We're excited. My name is Tariq.
I'm Liam.
I'm Riz.
And before we continue, make sure you like, share and subscribe. Yes, I remembered it, Riz. I'm getting better. Getting good at this. And leave a comment in the comment section. And get on Twitter at FullTimeBanter7. We're getting really popular now. It's getting fun on Twitter. You guys need to get on there. You guys need to get on there.
No, we don't want to spoil your party, mate. We don't want to spoil your Liverpool romance there.
Oh, there's some good banter going on. Some good romances as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, you've noticed we've got a change of venue. Yeah, which is good.
We have, yeah.
And a slight change of attire. We thought we'd celebrate, Liam.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can probably guess, but tell the viewers what you celebrated this week.
Cheeky bit of an old firm victory, lads. The 12th, when we think it was 12 of the run, I think it is.
12. Yeah,
It's too easy up there.
Even
It's too easy up there.
the miracle worker Stevie G couldn't do anything.
Well, listen, give him a chance. It's his first job in management, and it's his first month in management.
Don't care. Get back in his box, don't pat himself.
Derby's, so well done there. Well done to the hoops.
Yeah, thank you. Dominated.
Enjoy it.
The gap is closing. Is it?
Well, you see, it's not got much competition, have you?
You have a 2-horse race.
It's
one of us.
One of us got 3 legs.
It's not a two-horse race anymore, it's just show jumping.
That's
what it is.
That's what it is.
But Bayern Munich and Juventus sweep it up every year in their respective leagues.
No, not Juventus.
Anyways,
forget
we're talking about fantasy football.
Celebrating, obviously, Liverpool being awesome and being top of the league now for how long?
Liam, you know what it is? The only thing he celebrated is the missus allowed him out in that rubbish. She goes, you can't wear that in the house on your back, so get out.
Yeah, that you can go and do
put this on,
something.
she thought I was a new man, yeah. Started asking.
What did she think before that?
Never mind.
Anyways,
what is it you're celebrating before we move on?
I'm celebrating a lot of things.
Win over Burnley.
New season,
okay.
we're back in with a win, you know. After a bit, but win's a win. We're at a new venue. I'm with my fellow co-host, so can't complain. And like we always say, banter's banter, so let's make it a bit of a banter. But we don't want to digress, Tarek, because we have a busy, packed schedule.
Of a short time. So top pickers, DJ Smashy, take it away.
Alright guys, this will be full-time banter Fantasy League top 10.
He's back.
Yeah, I've never been away, mate. Number 10, new entry, Joe Gallagher and Kiss Kiss Kiss. Or maybe that's Triple X, I don't know. Either way you look at it, it's either loving or hating, guys. 270 points. Number 9, down 1 place made, Chris Hay and Shumi Damani, 275. Down 5 places from 3, Sahib Tariq and Sahib Slaughter Squad, and again made that name pretty great. 276.
Killing it.
He is killing it. I wouldn't want to get in the way.
Isn't that
joined 6, Ahmad Tariq, No Surrender, and Ben Sita Wenger in on 278. 1 point ahead in 5th place, non-move for Andrew Mercer and the Mighty Reds wannabes. Still don't know who he's referring to there, guys. Is it Liverpool or United? Tell us.
United, of course.
And number 4, up 5 places from 9. Very tricky name. And Tarek, do you want to say the name for me, please, after last week?
Gonin San, and the player is Santosh Kanake.
Brilliant. Couldn't have done it by myself. 286, top 3 time in the bronze medal position, up from 6. Gulshan Jain and You Talking to Me 290.
You talking to me?
You Talking to Me. 1 point ahead in a second. Gary Watson, Garfatron, non-mover, and again, non-mover, top of the league. Tariq Nazir and the false nine.
Look at him celebrating that.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Great rundown. Hope you enjoyed that, not too many interruptions.
I got a little tip for you before we move forward. Number 4, Santosh Kanake. Just call him SKK. SKK.
Kanabai, Santosh Kana.
Yeah, just call him SKK.
Good names, anyway, good names. But who did you say was top of the league?
I don't know. Who's that more bugger? I don't know.
He must be good, whoever he is. He's damn good. Because that's 2 weeks in a row. He's got another 2 weeks to come, guaranteed. So
it's like when they say, Huddersfield haven't beaten United at Old Trafford for 47 years. They've not been in the same division for 47 years. There's a not long chance.
That's the same with him. She's not been in the same league for a while.
Okay, right.
Well, moving on from that,
yes. You're doing the lowest score.
I am unfortunately doing the lowest point scorers this week, and we have Team Crispy. something out of a cereal box or something.
Yeah.
I think he got battered.
You got snap, crackled and popped at the same time. And that's No Man's Shine, currently sitting 95th in our league, with a total points tally of 178 points. But the real reward, people, 29 points. And you know, there's a bit of a pattern going on here, because last week we had two players finish on lowest points of 29 points.
They also 29.
Yeah.
And this week again, so I think 29 seems to be the favoured number in terms of the lowest points. And to be honest with you, having had a look at No Man's team,
Quite funny actually.
I don't know where to start, to be honest with you, to look.
Before we start the team, I actually know Noman Shahid, very good friend and brother. He's another Rochdalian.
Rochdale boys,
The Dales are
Rochdale boys, make the noise. Yeah. But yeah, he's gone for all three. He's covered all bases, all three Tottenham fullbacks. Because
yeah, the rotation. It's Tony
rotation City.
Oh yeah, maybe he's a Spurs fan and showing his loyalties there. I don't know, possibly. Could be.
No, because then he's got 3 West Ham players as well.
That's probably just desperation.
London Derby's kicking off everywhere.
2 expensive keepers. So thank you for watching them, and following all of our tips.
Yeah, you know. But I gotta
give you in good stead.
I gotta give him credit though. My credit is due. He's still got Robertson in there. Okay.
But probably just a fluke by the
Well, you know, he needed a player of that caliber. But the rest, to be honest with you, Mkhitaryan, Felipe Anderson, who hasn't really done much. Okay, Grosh you can get away with. Brighton missed a penalty, which was a bit silly of him. Normally bangs them away. Jan Baksh, is it? At Brighton again.
I think you just like that name.
I just think the man, your team is very unbalanced in the sense that you've gone for like 2 or 3 players from the same
I
team.
don't think he's taking it too seriously, to be honest with you.
He is a
Listen, man, it's the taking part that counts.
It is.
For you anyway.
But before you know it, man,
you know,
your next target should be to get into the top 90 rather than the top 100. So let's see if we can make that marginal gains.
Maybe a tip here as well is start watching some football too. It actually comes in handy, yeah.
Maybe it is.
Well, okay, never mind.
But
Anyway.
on that note, anyway, we'll leave that there because we don't always want to give too much of a negative impact on our fellow league members. So what we'll do, we'll move on to the highest league points. So Tariq, if you want to take it away.
Good one this time. I like this one because it's my old friend Giggsy. How are you, Giggsy? Thank you for joining us. Giggs legend with his team. R.I.P. MUFC 1978 to 2013.
Rock and roll.
I think I worked out what the dates were. I think that 2013 is actually when football died at Old Trafford. They buried it at Stretford End, and that's where. But they actually tarmacked it over, and that's where they parked the bus.
It's 78. Makes sense when football started. So your theory is flawed.
Well, listen. I've not looked into the details of it.
And what he's saying there is pretty much like nearly enough 30 years. The legendary football was played at one of the beautiful grounds
in the world. Early 80s,
you
really got relegated in the early 80s. So I'm referring to 2013, 78, God knows. Okay, anyway,
Giggsy.
71 points, well done. Joe Hart in goal. He actually had a good game for Burnley.
He did. He saved a penalty against Pogba.
The rest of Burnley was so bad, it made Joe Hart look good. Yeah.
So it says a lot.
Mendy, Wan-Bissaka, blah blah blah, all the rest. Captain Hazard, well done.
Good show.
Good show. Firmino and Aguero. So yeah, overall 261 points, 17th in the league. Not doing bad. Yeah, so he's in there. Knows what he's doing, and got a good week there. So keep it up.
Well done, mate. Well done. Keep the thingy as well. The team bench as well. Rotation. I think he's got a couple of good players on there as well. So let's see what happens moving forward.
Yes, right. Some of you have been in touch. An old friend of the show, Liam, has sent us some messages. So
Miguel, yes, thank you as always, Miguel. And guys, if you do want to get in touch, Twitter handle is fulltime banter7. Send us a message, send us a tweet, or like, share, subscribe to the video, send us a comment, and we'll reply as well because we like to hear off you. We do. We don't just say it. We're nice.
Share the love.
So Miguel's got in touch on Twitter and says, "Hi guys, hope all is well." It's alright, mate. Yeah,
it's top notch.
TJ, it's all good. It's all good.
Yes.
He says, "Dear bearded friend, well done for reaching the summit. However, what will come end of May, and don't get too excited. Remain humble.
Wise words.
My Spanish friend.
He's already blown that.
Yes, mi amigo. First of all, usually what will come in end of May, it's usually June. And I'm not excited. And these two will tell you I am the most humble of people, you know.
I disagree that you're not excited because you've been like a Cheshire cat who's got the cream all last.
You're going to throw weeks at the top, don't you?
Too excited. I know, but listen, I'm conscious that there are other good players in the league who, you know, might overtake me, but I'm trying my best. But while it lasts, you know,
make the most of it.
I am making the most of it.
Make the most of it. Fair
yes. So yeah, thank you, Miguel. I believe he goes on. In fact, he goes on. He addresses.
Oh, does he go on?
Yes, he does go on. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you for starting with me, Miguel. By the way, I'm going to take that as a compliment.
I think it's a tactic from what you said last week.
Liam and Riz, what's happening with your teams?
What's happening, Liam?
Well, I know what's happening with your team, Riz. You're taking the beat again as you let the office cleaner pick your team for the last 2 game weeks. LOL. Oops. Shouldn't have said that. Have you been letting the office cleaner? Is she any good? Is he any good?
Maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like I said to you, I've been experimenting with people, trying to get them involved, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you're an inclusive kind of guy.
Well, it actually wasn't 2 weeks in a row for the cleaner. 1 week was for the cleaner, and the other week the maintenance guy who came in to put a light bulb in.
Okay. So you had a light bulb moment. Ding.
So
And helped you clean up.
yeah. So he came over. He goes, "How come you're still here?" I'm like, you know, I've just got a few fantasy league things to do. The important bit of work this is. He goes, I'm just going to take the light bulb out, will it affect your vision? I said, no, but you can sort my team out if you want. He goes, what do I do? I go, just do whatever you want.
Seriously? Wow. Okay. And, you know, fair enough. Good bants, Miguel, taking the mickey. But, you know, while you were taking the mickey, I did have to look up how TJ Macaroons were doing.
TJ Macaroons.
And, you know, I haven't got your team.
How are you doing, TJ?
Going to have a quick look. Well, we'll have a look at on you bear with us.
I think he's probably on par with No Man's Shine.
Well, let's have a look because we have each week. We've still got people entering the league. So we're up to
140.
I'm scrolling. We're up to page 4. 106 people.
106, yeah.
106.
Crazy guys.
And
how many waiting to join?
It did take me a while, Miguel. I did find you. 105th. It's TJ. Karud FC. So yeah, TJ, I was curious. I was meaning to get in touch and ask you how the KDB pick was doing, how that got on. Because week 1 he got you 0. And yeah.
Still a listing?
Well, week 2 he got benched, 3rd on the bench. Yeah.
Probably injured.
Rich likes a rich bench. Yeah, 3rd on the bench, 10.5 million. Game week 3 finally managed to get rid of him. Yeah, but still only managed 38 points. Game week 4, 50 points. And Seri and Hollybass on the bench. Seri on the bench week before got 9 points as well. So, all well and good taking a mickey, Miguel. Yeah.
I don't think he's too fussy.
So yeah, Miguel. Maybe, you know, what's the saying?
Well,
there's plenty that comes to mind. Glass houses,
well, I tell you with Miguel what it is, yeah. This isn't defending him because I work with Miguel, but Miguel is one of those characters that he doesn't really. You can say whatever you want to him.
It's thick-skinned.
Basically, it's in one ear, out the other ear, or it's just over the top of his head.
So seems to be happening with the team as well, Miguel.
But I think you know what. I think he's starting to enjoy the show and getting a bit involved.
That's always good.
I think that's what he's more interested in because he always likes a conversation.
He likes the banter. We need to come on the Twitter a little more often, Miguel. You know,
I think he's only just learned how to use that about 2 weeks ago. So
okay. Well, speaking of our teams, then let's move on quickly. Riz, quick rundown of your team.
Yeah, mine. To be honest with you, I had a little bit of poor moment. Boo. Well, I have done for the last 4 weeks anyway. I've not really been taking it too seriously. But 46 points. General people in there. I think my biggest changes were obviously bringing Alonso in, getting rid of Seamus Coleman, and then just having a bit of a change on the bench. Obviously leaving Richarlison where he was, sticking with him. But having Salah as captain, that didn't quite pay off. He actually got taken off a little bit earlier, and he missed a sitter.
He did,
which isn't normally like him.
No.
But let's see what happens and keep faith in brother and see where we go from there. So that's me in a nutshell.
So your credentials there, moving up one place to 41st.
Well,
So signs of progress.
it is.
230 points overall, which is not bad,
It's not bad.
compared with the others. And green arrows for overall ranking. I said we're going to start doing this. Up 6k, 6,000 to 993,000, which is still respectable in the top 1 million.
Exactly.
Because the numbers now have actually reached 5.5 million.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's good, I'm happy with that. 1/5 of the top players, so can't complain.
Yeah.
Liam?
Good stuff.
Yeah, Miguel, what's happened with my team? This week it was a bit of a wobbly week, but luckily the bench came to the rescue. My boy Cedric, flying in there, 3 players that were benched. Luckily, all 3 players that got brought on did play, and in the case of Cedric, got me 12 points.
12
Nice,
points.
he doesn't.
Neves got me 3, so if you take it, then I got, call it 45 instead of 44. They got me a third of my points from 2 players which were on the bench. So very lucky boy this week. Although, like I said before, maybe come on to this in a couple of minutes, but maybe wildcarding over the
Really?
That's a good topic, that's a good topic. We'll
But yeah,
discuss.
Cedric rescued a number of
A number of
teams this
people.
week.
Yeah. Well, he was going to go, but now he's done that.
Everyone says that.
It's not based on emotion. It shouldn't be, but it is. You can't help it. He's done the business.
You do. You
You gotta be shrewd sometimes and say, look, you know what, see how it goes forward.
And Liam is down 1 place to 31st. Still respectable, 242 points overall.
Well done.
Up 25k to 574,000 in
Yeah.
the world
Happy
overall
days.
rank,
Happy
which
days.
is again decent, very decent.
I know, I was quite surprised it went that high to say it was an average week, but hey, I'm
Yeah.
not going to complain.
No, definitely no.
Moving on to mine quickly.
Yeah, Derek.
Not the highest score in the league, obviously, but I still did surprisingly well. 58 minus the 4 because I did 2 transfers. I took a hit because I took out Bernardo Silva
Yes.
for Neves, who was stuck on the bench, and I brought in Alonso, who repaid my faith. So with my subs, Tarkovsky came coming on obviously for Zaha, so I ended up with a 5-3-2. Aguero captain, I was tempted by Mane, but I'm still happy he's in the points. Pedro came in the points, and Mitrovic just firing good, yeah. So 58 points, minus the 4, 298 points overall, still in first place. Up 500 places to 11,500.
You're right there.
Oh, bit of a hot flush. 11,500 in the world. Hot stuff. Yes. So, Miguel,
Careful you don't burn yourself though.
that's what's going down. Yeah. You need to, I've got to give a shout out to a couple of people. One is George Ryder in our league, is a colleague who works at our school, delivers the PE sessions, a bit like Jack.
Yes, George.
George at 50 Shades of O'Shea is his team.
Nice,
Uh,
nice.
And yeah, George, we had to have a little tete-a-tete, bit of counselling for George, who says he's going to be a bit more diligent in his viewing because he was another one who started watching the videos, but obviously he doesn't have the stamina. And his captain was Morata. Yeah, so that is 92nd in the league. So George, start paying attention.
Yes. Classes need to be followed with full attention or you will have inattention from Mr. Nazir.
Yes.
Yes.
And Team Quackers, Stuart Crossley, absolute beginner this year, not
Oh, yeah.
really a football fan. Started very low down, but he's making progress and he's
Fantastic.
making some good picks. Captained Mane as well, so
Happy
Stuart, well done. Keep watching for those tips.
days.
Let's move on quickly then. We'll give it the last 5 minutes. I think we've got 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm having fun with the beginning. It's good, but we need to try and condense that a bit. I think, don't we?
So good.
Miguel has another question for us. Who's going to deliver?
I'll go on, Liam. You go
Yeah,
for it. You go for it.
Question for my bearded friend Tarek and cool dude Liam. By the way, love your impressions and voiceovers, lol. Thank you, mate. I'm glad to know someone does. Salah or no Salah? I see a lot of people get rid and bring in Mane. Wise or stupid? Is there a better option? Are his days numbered? And given his price tag, is it worth getting rid?
Of Salah. Discuss, gentlemen.
In a nutshell, no. Purely because of the fixtures that are coming up. I know he's got a couple of tough fixtures, but in between that he's got the likes of Huddersfield in there. Having seen what Aguero's done, And also, again, discussing his price tag very briefly at 13 million, it's probably going to take you 2 hits to bring him back in, if at some point you wanted to bring him back in for the Huddersfield game or for the lesser teams. And I honestly think at the moment Liverpool have had a bit of a slow moment in the last couple of games, especially with Brighton and who was their last game against? Leicester. So I don't think they've been full throttle. I think they're still playing in like third or fourth gear at the moment.
Stuttering, yeah, but we're getting the job.
So they're there, but I think sooner or later they're going to start turning it up. And given that there's going to be Champions League football in the mix as well, it'll be interesting to see how the formation plays out over the next few weeks. So I would stick with him personally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get rid of him.
Rotation risk.
Well, I think we had this.
Always.
Yeah. I think especially at the minute, especially bringing in the Shakiris and that, once the Champions League gets going, I think we'll see it then the same with City as well. We've been saying that for a few weeks, haven't we? I think that with the Salah Mane thing, it was a bit like last year with De Bruyne and Sterling. Sterling and De Bruyne were on the same points, and Sterling's about 3 million cheaper.
You're going to
So I think you've got to
definitely.
I think it's a bit throwing the baby out with the bathwater with Salah to go. No, he's not doing it. I think you've got to give it a few more weeks before you really think no.
Agree with that. And just on what you mentioned there in terms of risk of rotation, there actually is obviously with anything. But given the lot of fixtures that Liverpool have got, the games in between with Spurs and Chelsea and then City and then again against Napoli in the Champions League, there is that risk. But do you look at how many transfers it's going to take you if you're not wildcarding? Or for example, I know some people have used the wildcard right now to either take him out. You take him out at a wildcard stage, and how are you going to bring him back? You're going to take minus points. So
have to wait till January.
Yes.
It causes a discussion.
Yeah, it's a good question, Miguel. Thank you very much. And it's true. There's lots of people starting wildcard teams, or just like George didn't have Salah in his team. He thought it was too expensive. I'm going to give you some of the stats and the facts, like my friend Rafa. Fact. Yeah. Some of the facts. 4 weeks in last season, Salah was on 24 points. 4 weeks in this season, Miguel, he's on 27. Yeah, with a shot accuracy worse than it was last season. Yeah, right. So last season his shot conversion rate was around 45%. I think currently it's just hitting 40.
It is.
Yeah.
Let me give you another stat while you're on that as well. A very interesting point is he was at 60% rate where buyers have bought him in, managers have bought Salah in. Okay. Yeah. Over the last few days, 120,000 managers have got rid of him. He's still at 52% rate in terms of managers purchasing him, so says a lot.
Well, on the plus side of that, what it means is basically, I can't remember what figure I worked out, but it's going to be some ridiculous amount of people will have to get rid of him just to drop
volume. Yeah.
So he's not going to. So Miguel, don't get rid of Salah. I'm not getting rid of Salah. Yeah, he's had one blank. Every player blanks. And he can only get better. And at the moment, he's still providing consistent returns. He's got the highest shot in the box rate, highest chances created.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, his stats are up there. So you're stupid if you're going to get rid of him. The only thing I would suggest is if you've got 3 Liverpool, which do not include Salah, Mane, or Robertson. So I'm talking VVD, Firmino, Trent. Then I would suggest getting rid of one of those. Yeah. But even then, against the top 6, that's when we turn it on.
Let's see.
So everyone's saying these tough fixtures, bring it on.
Let's see what happens.
We're going to steamroller them.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get steamrolled anyway. But
So don't. You need one or the other, Salah or Mane. If you have,
I would keep him for now. So Salah in.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's just ridiculous. You're not going to be able to get him back in.
That's it.
Yeah. Moving on then, wildcard thoughts.
Very
plans? Any thoughts?
Like I said last week, I'm probably not going to look at it till week 10 unless something drastic really happens. I'm probably just going to play the game as it is. Maybe take it a little bit more seriously now after the international. Just get by a bit, get by a bit. I've got some ideas in the pipeline as to what I want to do, but all depends what happens after the international break and the fixtures in midweek that start to pile up as well. So that'll be interesting.
No real plan. I said I keep flip flopping. I feel it is too early. Because basically, I said in episode 2, I think that I've let my previous December wildcard just go and forgot about it.
Yeah.
So I think I'm having a bit of a flip from
I'm going to
this year.
remind you this year. don't
Yeah.
worry.
So I'm thinking, because there's players like Ericsson and Silva, are they really going to do a lot? But I can bring in funds for them, dropping down 1 million, 2 million for Ericsson definitely. So I probably will hang fire, but there's about 5 players that are playing for their lives.
Really?
Yeah, not Cedric though. He's there to stay.
Fair play. You think?
Yeah, well, me, no, I've got the perfect team. Got the winning team, top of the table.
Perfect team. Perfect team.
Yes. They are currently top of the table. Nothing needs to change.
How many times?
Top of the league. Yeah. But no, genuinely, I am thinking about one of my 2 keepers going, Fabianski or Begovic. They're not getting as many points as I anticipated. So I quickly had a look at the numbers, and I was telling you guys midweek, the person who keeps coming top of the numbers of that I'm looking at, the data, is McCarthy, Southampton.
Yeah.
Hart is as well, but I think his stats are skewed because of the recent performance.
But then so too is Edrington. Edrington at Cardiff. So
a lot of people jumping on Edrington, bringing him in on the wildcard teams. So now it's going to be good actually after this international break, because there's going to be a whole shift because people have brought all these players in, and it's going to be crazy. They're not going to perform, a lot of them. So yeah, changed my keeper, and what was the other one? I can't remember what I was. Possibly Zaha. See how he does. I think he's going to come back.
He's out for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So, but I think he may well just make it back in time for the game on the bench, but there's no guarantees.
Well, in that case, then it's a case of Callum Wilson or Danny Ings.
Well, he just bench him for a bit.
Yeah, I could do. Couldn't I? I've got Neves, Masuaku, he's not playing at the moment.
Because if you're looking at your team, especially with Mitrovic in there with that value, you don't want to be dropping too low down for another budget premium stroke / average striker. So you've got to make that decision where your priorities lie to budget and a premium.
Yeah. So when am I going to use my wild card? I'm just going to play it by ear.
Fair play.
Fair fun when. Yeah.
That's it. Exactly.
One player I've been looking at is Hazard. I wanted a quick mention on him. Is Hazard is in your plans yet? Because last week we mentioned Kane, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hazard is honestly creeping in at the moment, but for his price it's a bit difficult in terms of what I want to do. Maybe I have to take about 3 or 4 hits.
Yeah.
10.8 now.
Yeah,
it's a bit much, isn't it? Because he's not like listed as your premium, his Salah's, but he's not cheap enough to be your Ericsson.
Yeah, exactly.
No man's land.
But there's 2 problems with that. One is with Chelsea having a good run of fixtures, a lot of people are going to start buying him, and before you know it, he could potentially go into 11 million. And on the back of that as well, who do you get rid of in your midfield to make room for, or do you then get rid of one of your premium defenders who you're playing with like your left backs, your right backs, Mendy, Robertson, or Alonso even, or do you get rid of one of your premium strikers? So it's a decision you have to make what returns you're going to get.
For me personally, I don't think he's not hitting the heights yet.
No, like I said, he's in the thoughts, but it's nothing concrete or serious yet.
Like you said, who do you drop, who do you...
Yeah, exactly. So there is one thing I want to mention very, very quickly, and it's just about one player I've been keeping an eye on. I potentially might bring him in, and that's Watford's Holebas.
Yes.
At the back in defence. I was impressed with him last year, and there was a lot of things I mentioned about him last year as well, and I had him in my team for certain parts. And this year I didn't put him in purely because of Garcia, the manager, because
we didn't know. And
once Marco Silva went, Garcia's results weren't all there. And also we're talking about it in one of our earlier shows, maybe episode 1 or 2, that I've not seen much about Watford, and I was actually tipping Watford to be relegation contenders.
They were quite brittle at the end of the season.
But they're dogged, they're determined. Garcia seems to have them taking over, and Holebas just seems to be a leader at the back.
Brilliant Tottenham out
and his returns are in double figures as well. He's there or thereabouts near Alonso or Mendy, so worth a shout. And you know what? He's not a bad price. He's not a bad price.
He's quite low, isn't he?
About 4.8 or 5 million or something like that now. But he's definitely not expensive.
Yes.
He's definitely in my thoughts.
Yeah, and amongst those players,
what happens with that?
some bargain players. The last one then quickly. This is one because earlier in the season we spoke about the death of the third striker. And I don't seem to have, I've not put it in the notes, but there was a chart listing, I don't know where it's gone.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. I mean, to be honest with you, the death of the third striker is well and truly over, in my opinion.
This stat showed that it's potentially the death of the
Midfielder.
premium striker, because 5 out of the top 10 or even more than that
Are less than 7
I
million.
noticed that
I've seen
today as well,
I've seen
yeah.
that stat before.
Mitrovic, Wilson, Ings,
But
the likes.
you see, and this is one of the problems that I have in terms of premium strikers at the moment. Obviously, my bench is slightly different. I've got Zaha, I've got Anathowicz, and I've got Jimenez, Wolves. And one of the reasons why they go for premium strikers is purely because of where midfielders are now playing, or wider players are now playing.
Position,
You're playing, maybe a false 9, or you're playing just in behind the striker, or you're playing as a 2, but you're peeling off, or you're coming in out from wide and tucking in and supporting your main striker. And that way you're getting more assists and you're getting maybe more shots on target. Like you talked about Salah in the box, you would think Firmino would be taking more shots in the box in comparison to Salah's doing that stats.
Firmino's actually come top of the stats for the best defensive forward in Europe. Yeah, he's actually making the most tackles.
Tackles, etc. He's pressing out. Well, that's what I'm saying. So it changes the dynamics of the game. I mean, obviously,
Some stat.
one of the things you look at, for example, we talk about Alonso. A lot of people, he's down there, he's getting the points because he's down as a defender.
Yeah.
But realistically, he doesn't really play
He's a
like a
winger.
defender.
It's a
So
funny old game, it's turned on his head.
exactly. So I would say it is the death of a third striker, personally.
The premium
But
striker.
also the death of a premium striker as
Yeah.
well.
So yeah, you could go cheap budget strikers. I think that's the way to go now.
Yeah.
Midfielders, I mean, we tipped. We had Pedro. We got Pedro.
Yeah.
He came in, even though he came off the bench. Everyone went Walcott. You didn't go
Yeah.
Walcott, did you?
No.
You kept hold of Richarlison.
Captain, that's it.
Yeah.
But let us know what you guys think, guys. Out there, just tweet at fulltime banter 7 and like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel at the bottom.
Yes.
Is it the death of a premium striker, or is it just the death of a third striker? What is that? Maybe that could be another debate for another day. But overall, good session in the Fantasy League. Anything else for any of you guys to add?
No.
Get your comments in and get your questions in. It's good to have your questions. And most importantly, I think start paying attention, because it seems that obviously some people are tuning in but not listening or not taking our tips seriously.
You hear it,
Yeah.
but you're not listening.
Never mind.
Hopefully, so far everything we've said has come to fruition.
I'm terrified by it. I'm not this.
Yeah. So tips for this week are
Just
Olivas.
enjoy the
Olivas, yeah.
Olivas, yes.
Well, enjoy the game, but yes, any questions, whatever, get them in. And we're going to be taking a break from Fantasy League for the next couple of weeks while we get this sorry business that is an international football break
Such a time.
out of the way. So yeah, we'll see you on the Fantasy League section in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Good night. Take care.